Hello and welcome to another fascinating episode of Customs Duty, brought to you by the Nigeria Customs Service. In this week's package, National Security Advisor hosts Honors Comptroller General of Customs, Director General NAFDAC and Chairman NDLEA. Comptroller General of Customs rejigs Operation Wild Wing, task officers on integrity and dedication. Other reports about the service's activities will also come your way, including the regular Customs Hub segment where we get you informed on issues that relate to import and excise duty collection. Thank you for joining us. I am Hafsat Oreme Ibrahim. Please stay tuned and get informed. We will be right back.
The National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, hosts Comptroller General of Customs, Director General, National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, and Chairman, National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, represented. The reason for this engagement is no doubt connected with success achieved by the three agencies of government in destruction of containers of unwholesome pharmaceutical products and narcotics.
This, our own little sitting here, is a symbol of what we can achieve when we come together. Working as one, a platform that all will come together and we will defeat evil. We have done it. We have seen it. Taking 200 and something containers out of the market, is an amazing feat. And it's still counting. We are doing more, and we are not going to relent. Right now, we have over thousands of firearms and ammunitions that are built for destruction. That illegal things will be used to kill our people. We are facing challenges from banditry, kidnapping, the jihadis, the sick people. Those are the things they use. Drugs, arms, and ammunition to torture and torment our people, destroy our way of life. We are going to the root cause of it. What we are doing is going to the fundamental reasons why this thing has been ongoing and going for too long.
In his submission, the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, gives further assurances of diligence.
We will remain very, very vigilant to ensure that these controlled substances do not get into unauthorized hands, or we, by then, ensure that the oxygen that which these criminals need to breathe is denied them.
While stressing commitment of NAFDAC to its mandate, Professor Adeniyi also sees collaboration as paramount.
NAFDAC as an organization that is mandated to regulate and control the manufacture, the importation, the distribution, sale and use of drugs among 7 other regulated products, has taken their job seriously, but it was based on our national action plan. NAFDAC also formed strategic partnership with NDLEA. We signed an MOU the same day with Customs. Because without strategic partnerships, we cannot collaborate.
As he acknowledges the role of the Office of the National Security Advisor, the Chairman NDLEA represented also re-echoes the benefits of collaboration among the three agencies.
Indeed, we're so happy with the coordination that is coming from your office. We've taken the benefit of this coordination to deepen our work with our partners, particularly NAFDAC and Customs. We have seen over the years that the work we do at the ports without Customs and NAFDAC would have been difficult for us. The coordination, which is also coming between the three agencies, including the port authorities, is helping for the ease of doing business at the ports.
Malam Nuhu Ribadu uses the medium to honor the three agencies through their leaders in appreciation of their efforts at enhancing the security of the nation and welfare of the citizenry. Meanwhile, Malam Nuhu Ribadu has earlier conveyed the gratitude of President Ahmed Tinubu to leadership and the entire staff of the three agencies so honored for their patriotism and commitment to the Nigerian cause. as it intensifies efforts at sustaining the success being recorded by Operation Whirlwind in stemming smuggling and diversion of petroleum products, and even improving on such successes. The Nigeria Customs Service rejects the team by inducting new officers. The Comptroller General of Customs encourages.
You must consider this a special privilege that you have been found worthy to be called upon to be part of this operation, which holds very strategic importance to national security and our economic development. I want to welcome new members into the operations. I want to charge you to be dedicated to your assignment. You have the opportunity to write your name in gold using this exercise. You have that opportunity to walk in the Hall of Fame of the country and of the nation and of the service. You also have an opportunity to show yourself the way out of the service if you are found to have compromised your position in any way during this exercise. Let me repeat, this exercise is a very, very sensitive exercise. And because we're working with the Office of the National Security Advisor, we have all the opportunities and the resources to monitor you real time, to see what is going on in your places of postings, to know what is happening to you, what you are doing privately, and all of that. Don't let me go beyond that.
Bashir Adeniyi underscores the significance of the operation.
Though this operation was meant to be a short-term interventionist operation, we have found the necessity to keep this operation running, to sustain it, and make some strategic changes in response to the changing dynamics in the operational environment. So we needed to be a little bit more flexible. What we are doing today is just one part of it, the changes in personnel to ensure that we reinvigorate the team, we bring in fresh blood, and then we brought in a controller to serve as the deputy to the national coordinator.
He emphasizes the need for collaboration and selflessness in service delivery.
We are doing this in conjunction with the Office of National Security Advisor and the agency responsible for the downstream sector of fuel, the NDMPRA. So partnership is important, and in fighting this scourge of fuel smuggling, we will still continue to leverage partnership. The second is integrity. We must always be found to be above board on all matters. Ensure that at any point in time, your integrity is not compromised and you are not found to have abused your position on this operation. The third and the most important thing is the fact that customs, like all these other agencies that we mentioned, are very, very relevant to the success or to the vision of ensuring that there is fuel availability, product availability in Nigeria, and that Nigerian fuel remains in Nigeria, that Nigerian fuels are not smuggled under any guise. So the last objective of this is that through this operation, Nigeria Customs must deliver impactful service to the nation.
National Coordinator, Operation Whirlwind, Assistant Comptroller General Hussein Ejibunu, has earlier stressed that the team's continued success depends on strategic execution of operations, discipline, and individual commitment, while encouraging officers to sustain the tempo and operational momentum already established. The Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adeniyi Adeniyi, MFR, is on a working visit to Oyo Osun Command It is a moment which has offered him yet another forum to reaffirm the service's commitment to enhancing trade facilitation and operational efficiency. As he speaks with officers and men of the command, Bashir Adeniyi stresses the uniquely strategic position of the Oyo Osun Command.
Every form of customs procedure happens in this command. So you can talk about enforcement, those are the border stations. You can talk about revenue, those who come to make payments. Then you can talk about excise, and that's why we see operation in Oyo Osun Command as being very, very strategic and important to the operations of Nigeria Customs Service. So when you're here, it is a very, it's a very big call to service. And if you are posted to any of these strategic places that we have talked about, it's even a higher responsibility. It's something that places a bigger responsibility on your shoulder, because as they say in football, your eyes must be on the ball all of the time. What you do or what you do not do might mean the end of business for some concerns. If, for example, you are to allow raw materials to come in for production and you delay it or you do not allow it to happen, then production is stalled. If you are in the gate and you are to allow finished products to go out and you do not, then you have stalled their production. If you are in the border area and you allow offensive goods, arms and ammunition to come out, to come into the country, it may have repercussion with all the security breaches that we have.
As a way of guaranteeing the service's brighter future, the Comptroller General of Customs assures.
Our administration will give priority to capacity building because we do know and we have seen very, very obviously that the future belongs to you, the future of the service belongs to you. On your own, you must make efforts to learn, to relearn, to unlearn whatever you must have learned before, to brace up for the challenges ahead. Your career growth is going to be a product of a number of things, but most of these things will revolve around what you can do by yourself. Most of it will depend on the personal efforts that you are making by yourself to be a better customs officer, to be a more professional customs officer, to be an officer that can take charge of situation.
Meanwhile, Customs Area Controller Oyo Osun Command, Comptroller Joseph Adelaja, has earlier intimated the Comptroller General of his command's revenue collection of 28.05 billion naira between February and May 2025, surpassing last year's collection of 23.84 billion naira during the same period. He has also disclosed the seizure of prohibited goods with over 917 million naira duty-paid value by the command. The visit also sees Bashir Adewale Adeniyi visit and inspect the Ibadan train station terminal and a prospective private bonded warehouse. The bonded facility, he believes, once operational, would significantly enhance cargo clearance and ease flow of legitimate trade in the region. The African Public Relations Association's 36th annual conference with the theme Transforming Africa Through Safe and Responsible Digital Communication holds. The event, which has brought together over 500 delegates, comprising communication scholars, corporate leaders, government representatives, and international partners, one of whom is the Customs National Public Relations Officer, Assistant Comptroller Adeniyi Mewada, who represents the Nigeria Customs Service, coincides with the 50th anniversary of the association and seeks to reflect on the evolution of public relations and chart a sustainable path for the next 50 years. Adeniyi Mewada presents paper titled Leveraging Data Analytics for Effective Public Relations Practice in the Nigeria Customs Service.
About the Nigerian Customs Service, and this is one of the ways we Now, how data analytics influence media relations now? In terms of media relations, tracking media trends is also another very important, measuring media sentiments, targeted press engagement, and crisis communication readiness. Those are areas now. This is how we visualize data. First, generate raw data. We all understand the traditional newspaper cuttings that do take place in the 80s, 70s, up to today. Now, what we did in the Nigeria Customs Service is to look at newspaper cuttings and create a data out of that newspaper cuttings. And I'll just give you an understanding of how the print newspapers report your activities, either in terms of positive, negative, or neutral comment, the type of stories, it will be editorial.
He notes the visionary leadership of the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adeniyi, MFR, which has enabled the Nigeria Customs Service embrace a proactive communication model that aligns with global digital engagement and reputation management standards. The occasion has given opportunity to various speakers who have presented papers in divergent topics. They include President of the Global Alliance for Public Relations and Communication Management, Professor Justin Green, President of Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, NIPR, Dr. Ike Neliaku, and Esther Koba, President-elect of the International Public Relations Association, who gives the goodwill message.
Once again, urges African public relations practitioners to be proactive and ensure that the African voice, especially the voice of Africa's youth, gains wider and deeper attention globally. Congratulations to APRA on this 50th anniversary commemoration, and I hope to see you all in Accra in October.
The conference has also given Nigeria the right to host APRA Conference 2026.
Government and the people of Nigeria, we are happy to be here, and we accept this with all our heart and passion.
With the countdown to APRA 2026 already on, the Nigeria Customs Service is ready and determined to contribute meaningfully to shaping Africa's future communication agenda based on innovation, integrity, and data-backed storytelling. The documents are signed, and now the handover of ammunitions and cartridges intercepted by Port and Terminal Multi-Services Limited, PTML Command.
On behalf of the Comptroller General of Nigerian Customs Service, I use the opportunity to hand this over to the Coordinator Southwest.
Comptroller Adeniyi reveals how the interception has come by.
It has to do with the vigilance of our officers on the field. This only came by proper 100%, if not even more than 100% examination, because we go beyond the normal examination by trying to turn the vehicles around, open where you ought to open. They even hide some of them in the tank cover. That's to tell you how these things are hidden inside the foam of the seats. So that's how they came by.
The Customs Area Controller discloses the steps taken by the command and what the findings are.
We had to do a search, do an investigation to determine whether these importations were deliberate. And from investigation, it shows that no, that most of those vehicles were bought online. And they only came down here. It's during the examination that even the owners or the agents got to know their vehicles. So what we do in this sense is that we know that these vehicles are not actually, the importation is not actually the arms and ammunition because of the quantity. But as the case is, whether it's one or half, the mandate we have here is that we must bring out everything because it's zero tolerance for any form of arms and ammunition.
Despite the findings of the investigation not indicting any importer, Comptroller Adeniyi says the command is not taking anything for granted.
Yeah, we have been dialoguing with them, telling them that when they are buying their vehicles, they will ensure that such things or from the source they are buying is neat. However, most of them don't even know. It is at examination point, as I said earlier, that they get to know.
Having received the intercepted ammunition and cartridges on behalf of National Center for the Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons, Commissioner of Police Alamutu Abiodun, retired, comments.
I see this as a symbolic one because having this breakthrough and the subsequent handing over is a testament to our collective effort in combating the challenges of illicit arms proliferation in the country. And this will further educate other agencies that as it is the National Center that has the sole mandate to retrieve such arms and ammunition from any agency across the country. One is enough to cause sufficient damage to the country. So we are happy about this development and we are sure this synergy will continue.
The ammunition intercepted have been extracted from 2 new vehicles imported through the command. Hello and welcome to the segment Customs Hub on Customs Duty. This segment summarizes some of the activities of the Nigeria Customs Service regarding weekly revenue generation from import duty, excise duty, and other levies. We take a look at the total number of pre-arrival assessment reports issued and revenue generated from Friday 6 June 2025 to Thursday 12 June 2025. The total amount of pre-arrival assessment report, also known as PAR, issued for the week amounts to 2,057. The Nigeria Customs Service generated a total of 228,799,704,731 naira 56 kobo in revenue for the week. On excise duty collection, the Nigeria Customs Service collected the sum of 3,108,476,937 naira 56 kobo. That concludes the segment, Customs Hub.
This is where we draw the curtains on this week's episode of Customs Duty. For more information, you can always follow us on our social media handles now being displayed on your screen. You could also visit our website at www.customs.gov.ng for more updates about the service. Don't forget to shun smuggling, strive to be a patriotic citizen, a compliant trader, and always pay the correct duty to make Nigeria a more prosperous nation. Remember, nation building is everyone's responsibility for the purpose of growth and development, so do your part. See you same time next week. I remain your anchor, Hafsat Oreme Ibrahim. Bye-bye for now.